Hello, welcome to Beth Roars, where we look at your favourite singers to find out what makes them them. Before we start, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. My handle is @BethRoars and I hold loads of votes on my Instagram so you guys can vote on who I react to. And this is an Instagram winner. Also, please do check out my website, BethRoars.com, where you can book a singing lesson from me. And last but not least, please do head over to my Patreon, which is patreon.com/BethRoars, where you can get some more exclusive content. You can get early access to my podcast, and you can also find out a little bit more about my scholarship fund for aspiring artists. This one is so nostalgic for me. It reminds me of when I was a naughty teenager and I went to parties every Saturday night, and we used to listen to this. Okay, before they start singing, this is, of course, Jack Black and Kyle Gass of Tenacious D, and they apparently didn't get on very well when they first met at the Actors Gang, which was a theatre company that they were both working for, because they were both competing musicians, but I'm really glad that they joined together. Now, as you can hear, although this is a comedy duo, they are great musicians as well.
This is the greatest and best song in the world. Tribute. A long time ago, me and my brother Kyle here, we was hitchhiking down a long and lonesome road. All of a sudden, there shined a shiny demon in the middle of the road. And he said, play the best song in the world. I'll eat your soul.
So, when they have the demon voice, of course he's putting on a voice. How is he making that voice? Now, he's really going through his vowels. Play. And making it really in this nasal cavity here, as well as adding little bits of distortion in there as well.
Well, me and Kyle, we looked at each other and we each said, okay. And we played the first thing that came to our head. Just so happened to be the best song in the world. It was the best song in the world. Look into my eyes and I see 1 and 1 make 2, 2 and 1 make 3. It was destiny. 7,000 years or so, when the sun don't shine and the moon don't glow and the grass does grow.
Jack Black can actually sing pretty well, and I think he gets a bit of a bad rap because he's doing comedy stuff and it's quite fast and quite speechy and it's all storytelling, but these are all the components of great singing. And if you hear him sing the national anthem, the US national anthem, go Google it, is very good. He has this big kind of spacious, relaxed feeling to his voice. So he is making a big space inside his vocal tract, inside his mouth, that makes it really round and open. It's very theatrical and almost quite classical, actually, in placement. And then every now and again he goes to that real American forward placement, which gives him that kind of cut and bite to the sound.
Well, needless to say, the beast was stunned. Went to Swampy Tail, and the beast was done. He asked us, be you angel? And we said nay. We are but men rock.
The harmonies are lovely as well. Like, even those little phrases in harmony, those little runs that they're really together on, that's actually super difficult to get those runs in time. They've worked hard on making it sound really, really together, and it is so easy for one person to go slightly off, but everything, they sound like one unit rather than two individuals.
Oh, this is not the greatest song in the world, no. This is just a tribute. We couldn't remember the greatest song in the world. No, no. This is a tribute.
See how they're playing around with rhythm and stuff as well? Adding little glottals in, which is like an sort of sound. And those little runs, I have to say, they're so slick. As well as splitting up and changing the rhythm each time. There's always something interesting for you to listen to, even though it is the same lyric. Now, that lyric is repeated, and it's a lot of stylistic nuances within this that they're kind of making fun of. They're making extreme versions, like these glottals, like the splitting up of the words. That's often used in a lot of sort of grunge and rock. A lot of these morphing of vowels, they're really going to it and singing on like the E, whereas they might want to normally keep a more open vowel, but doing the A and really closing is, again, a really grungy, rocky thing to do.
To the greatest song in the world, alright. It was the greatest song in the world, alright. And I told that man's motherfucking song, the greatest song in the world.
It's so complex but so wonderful. It's just, there's little elements of everything that they're just taking the piss out of. They're using those big vibratos, those big 80s vibratos, making it really epic and power metally. And then there is, I don't know what that's meant to be, like a jazz scat in the middle of the song. But it's so clever that it's like almost correctly scatting, but then using some unusual consonants like the fl in there, which just makes it sound so silly.
And the peculiar thing is this, my friends. The song that we played on that fateful night didn't sound anything like this song. Because this is just a tribute. You gotta believe me, and I wish you were there. It's just a matter of opinion. Oh, fuck. Good God. And I love him. I'm so surprised to find I can't stop him.
And then this is like Red Hot Chili Pepper, like style rapping. And they really are. Love it. I forgot how good this is.
And we're playing the...
And again, even things like that, using the pl and really using the L, and then that big yoda, which again is just playing on some of those really cool stylistic things that other people do, but over-exaggerating them.
Greatest
Great. See? That close to
in the
E.
world. I'm talking about tribute.
So clever. So As I say, they've just got that balance right between making it sound good, but also making it sound silly. So it isn't like deliberately bad or anything, which is what often comedians will go for. But they're making it just almost great. Almost as if it's like a perfect song, and then adding like some silly consonants in, which just makes it awesome. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.